Game over. Elon Musk starts battle with SpaceX against Russian satellites. Why did Russia declare a space war against Elon Musk's Starlink satellites? Russia was angry after it was revealed that SpaceX's Starlink internet constellation was used to guide the fire on Moskva. To compete with Russia, is Elon Musk actually working on a $50 million spaceship project at SpaceX? Hey folks, welcome back to The Future Space. In this video, we are going to talk about the battle between Elon Musk with SpaceX against Russian satellites. So, let us dive in. According to recent reports, Russia has made the decision to wage a space war against the Starlink satellite constellation. This satellite constellation has been assisting Ukrainians in gaining access to internet services and maintaining connectivity despite the ongoing conflict with a neighboring country. SpaceX's Starlink internet constellation has enraged Russia after it was revealed that the Starlink satellite constellation was used to guide and adjust fire on the Black Sea Fleet's flagship, the cruiser Moskva, which sank as a result. This came to light when the General Staff of the Russian Federation got some new information. Reportedly, Dmitry Medvedev, who is currently serving as the deputy chairman of the Russian Federation Security Council, has given the order to destroy the Starlink satellite that is currently located over the territory of the Russian Federation, the Special Military Operations Zone, and the Black Sea Basin, waging what appears to be a space war on the satellite that is owned by Elon Musk. According to the media, Medvedev also stated that Russia does not intend to militarize outer space and that the country will do everything in its power to stop other nations and organizations from doing so. This comes at a time when tensions between Russia and Ukraine are at an all-time high. According to the Times of London, it was believed that Elon Musk's Starlink satellite network was the one that helped Ukrainian forces launch a missile that was responsible for the destruction of a large number of Russian weapons, as well as the warship Moskva. In the midst of Russia's ongoing conflict with Ukraine, the sinking of the Moskva was a significant setback for the country. The Moskva was not merely a typical warship, rather it was an intricate floating defense system equipped with a number of air defense weapons, including 64 long-range S-300F missiles, 40 medium-range OSA-AM missiles, and 6 AK-630 close-in weapon systems. These air defense weapons were a significant loss for Russia. Well, let's get further and dig in. In response to a request from the Ukrainian government, Elon Musk offered access to his Starlink satellites, making it possible to access the internet in places where it is not ordinarily available. Initially, this was all that was going on. Although Elon Musk is making headway on colonizing Mars, an official, Mikhail Fedorov, said that they are of course in a difficult situation. On the subject of Russian and Chinese satellites being targeted, one of his recent interviews brought up an intriguing prospect. Is Starlink at risk because of this? The Russian anti-satellite demonstration that took place a few months ago was important to examine in the light of this dispute, since it produced a lot of debate among satellite operators and even put Russian cosmonauts on the space station in danger. It's been a long time since this fight first began. So, why did they do it then? To deactivate Starlink, it will be difficult because we already have more than 2,000 satellites, and the word went out before things deteriorated further in Ukraine. There are anti-satellite weapons in the arsenals of 4 major world countries. Along with the United States, Russia, China, and India are major players. Russia and the United States presently possess the most advanced anti-satellite armament available. As compared with the other 3 powers moving on this path, China's a long way behind, and India's an outsider. Having anti-satellite missiles on hand is a critical part of the country's overall missile defense strategy. But did Russia succeed in jamming Starlink? So far, Elon Musk has indicated that the Russian attempts to jam or otherwise attack the Starlink satellite communications network have been unsuccessful, but these efforts continue and are increasing in scope. One of Tesla's co-founders was replying to a news report about the European Union and the United States accusing Russia of an attack on Viasat's network earlier this year, something the Russian military denies. On February 24th, 1 hour before Russian troops invaded Ukraine, the attack happened. It made it hard for people, businesses, and government agencies in Ukraine to talk to each other, and it also affected people in several EU member states, the EU said in a statement. Viasat acknowledged last month that modem-wiping malware knocked off very small aperture terminals on Viasat's fixed broadband service in Ukraine and areas of Europe connected to its Ka-Sat satellite network. Musk tweeted a link to a story about the Viasat attack and said, Russian cyberwar jamming and hacking attempts against Starlink have so far failed, but they are stepping up their efforts. After Russia's invasion of Ukraine broke the country's internet infrastructure, Ukraine's Vice Prime Minister and Minister of Digital Transformation, Mikhailo Fedorov, asked Musk for help. Musk sent Starlink terminals to the country and has since faced attempts to jam or hack the network. Fedorov said earlier this month that about 150,000 people use Starlink every day in the country. This is a very important help for Ukraine's infrastructure and for rebuilding the areas that have been destroyed, he said. Satellite communication has become a very important tool, but hackers also use it a lot. For satellite operators and their clients, the National Security Agency has updated its advice on how to prevent cyber attacks for espionage and disruption. In recent public statements from the US and the EU, it was said that the Russian military attacked commercial satellite communications in February 2022 to stop Ukrainian command and control. This cyber activity against Ukraine shows that VSAT communications are at risk for both spying and being messed up. A month before Viasat went down for several days in Europe, the NSA gave advice to U.S. government agencies on how to protect VSAT communications, which are often not encrypted while in transit. The NSA cautioned that VSAT's virtual network separation cannot be relied upon to provide access control, separation, or secrecy of sensitive information, and advised the use of VPNs for VSAT communications that require confidentiality. The updated NSA advisory is mostly the same, but there is a new section that says the EU and US agree that Russian military attacks on VSATs are to blame. When Elon Musk's SpaceX company was founded, he worked closely with NASA to develop spacecraft that could be used to conduct military missions. During the past 3 years, the United States Department of Defense has awarded SpaceX numerous contracts for the development of military reconnaissance satellites and new types of missiles. Everything on this list is moving forward toward active implementation and incorporation into the U.S. military. As part of its anti-satellite warfare, anti-satellite weapons are designed to destroy spacecraft in order to create advantageous conditions for the actions of the enemy's space assets and gain space supremacy for the sake of anti-satellite warfare. Catalog objects must be maintained and improved in order to maintain order in alien space. Inspecting each spacecraft and maintaining PSB facilities in a combat-ready state are two duties that have been completed. Anti-satellite weapons include both space weapons and the delivery mechanisms needed to put them into orbit. There are numerous grounds to support the idea that the military should investigate creating starships. Since at least 2016, Elon Musk has said a Starship, previously known as the BFR, might be utilized as a liner connecting spaceports around the world with a ballistic trajectory for passengers. Once launched, the rocket will not accelerate to the first space speed, but it will instead return to Earth's atmosphere when its job is over. Cargo transportation can theoretically be accommodated if the method of transportation is capable of transporting a large number of passengers on an ongoing basis. The Air Force plans to invest millions of dollars in the development of the largest missiles ever created. All of these missiles have the potential to be reused indefinitely. This will be supplemented by a system that allows a private rocket to carry 100 tons of Air Force cargo to any area on the Earth in under an hour, which will be developed and tested by the company. Only the Starship missile, among all the present and upcoming missiles, is capable of fulfilling this description. Due to these revelations, Elon Musk is being seen as an American strategic weapon. With Russia's forward-thinking solutions and cost-effective technologies, we can always stay one step ahead of them. That brings us to the end of the video. Please feel free to let us know what you think about it. And if you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel for all things about it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.